This is a hedge apple, also called a horse apple. The tree is Osage orange. We called it a horse apple tree. For most of my life, I thought these were not edible, and the pulp is not, and it has a milky sap within it. But if you soak these in a bucket until they start to decompose, these are already getting in the stages of decomposition. This is the perfect time to harvest them because they get soft, but you don't want to do this by hand without soaking it in a bucket until they get real super soft. And then you can pull all the pulp apart and the sap won't stick to you. And you get the seeds out, and there's a bunch on the inner core, near the inner core. And you can roast those and they taste like sunflower seeds. So that is hedge apple, horse apple, whatever you want to call it. And Native Americans, you love the wood of this tree. There's the tree itself without any leaves, and you can see some of the horse apple still stuck in the tree. And they'll often grow in fence rows. Squirrels eat the seeds now. Back in the Ice Age, the giant sloth would eat these. They're a type of mulberry, or related to the mulberry tree. And you can kind of see that in the outer covering, that they look like a green mulberry, not in shape, but in texture. But Native Americans love the tree for bow wood. It's a super hard wood, and it will almost petrify with time. My granddad used the post, or the wood for post in fence rows, and when we dug those up to replace them with T-post, the parts underneath the ground were still the color of the fresh wood. The parts above ground were really cracked and gnarly, but they were still strong. So because of that latex within the wood, it starts to petrify. But that is horse apple.